Hi everyone, my name is Drumi and today I'm going to share about my chosen practicum agency, Care Counseling Center, which is located in Abbotsford, BC. I picked this agency because it really connects to my interests in psychology, counseling, and human services. And the more I learned about it, the more impressed I was with their work. Because Care Counseling Agency, or like Care Counseling Center, is a non-profit mental health agency. It was created to make counseling more affordable and accessible for the people in Fraser Valley, especially those who cannot afford private therapy. Their mission is to support emotional wellness, strengthen relationships, and provide a safe, comfortable space for people to talk about what they're going through. Care pretty much works with all age groups. They are not classified or they have not limitized themselves with just one specific age group. They can help adults with anxiety, stress, or personal struggles, children and youth who need more emotional support or like you behavioral support, maybe someone who has experienced bullying or are in a kind of an isolation or just a kind of having that social anxiety. Then they also help with couples going through conflict or communication or who are looking out for divorce but they are seeking therapy before the final decision. And also families that navigate through grief, trauma, loss of a loved one or a major life changes. Like even for immigrants and immigrant families, they help them as well. And I really like that they support everyone and like from all the background, and they don't kind of classify people on the basis of their income levels. Rather, their main motive is to help people out, especially those who cannot afford the private fees of a private therapy, and but they actually need therapy. So Care looks out for people like them, which is a great initiative actually. And their counseling services, they like have a variety of it, just like their age group. They are not limited to just one type of a service. They provide individual therapy, they provide couple and family counseling, they provide anxiety, depression, and stress support, grief and loss counseling, trauma informed practice, parenting and relationship support, and sometimes even group programs for people who cannot afford the bare minimum of the fees. Group supports are really helpful for them because they are much cheaper in compared to the individual therapy. So they help that, and it is helpful for the teenagers and the youth who are in the isolation issue kind of problem. So it helps them by interaction and just getting that awkwardness out of themselves and be able to speak up in public. So there, from their website, I did find this one thing that they were talking about, that for them mental health is not a problem, rather they are the life experiences that everyone or the people had to go through, and it was not something that they wanted to do willingly, but it was something that was just kept on their plate and they just had to do it. So it's nobody's fault if somebody is going through something, and it is totally okay. And they believe that every human deserves empathy and care, which is their important thing. Okay. Apart from that, they do have success stories as well. They helped women. She was a younger lady who was going through postpartum. They helped her. And then there was this teenager as well who was facing issues with isolation and social anxiety. They helped the teenager get back in the confidence of being able to speak up in public and everything. The best part about this about Care is that they do provide practicum opportunities, and the kind of experience that one would get over here is extremely helpful, at least from my point of view. That's why I chose this, because you can shadow in the counseling sessions with the consent of the patient, and then you can help with group programs. You do intake, admin, and like front desk tasks, like as a receptionist. You learn about ethics and confidentiality, and you help with their social media and outreach. and if you get like the real exposure to the clients, like you get to experience the real world practice that would take place if you get yourself in this field, and how it would be for you and how to work out in certain situations. So that is really good. So it's kind of like you are aware of what you're gonna put into yourself into after once you graduate, and you plan for going further in this field. It's good to have a experience like this where you're kind of trained already. And it's good for anyone who isn't interested in counseling therapy. And since it's not limited to one age group, it's even better. You can have experience with each one of the age groups, and then you kind of think about it, make a rationalized decision about what age group like do you want to work out with for the rest of your life. And the contact info I've already given out in that in my handout. And overall, I think Care Counseling Center would be an excellent practicum site, especially if you want to have hands-on experience in counseling or mental health services. And it lines up closely with my future goals in psychology and human services. I personally do want to get into counseling and therapy. However, I'm still not sure with what area or of population I would want to work with. So I feel Care would be a great benefit for me in that. And I really like that they are, kind of very compassionate and very client centered approach, and they work a lot on terms of like referrals. So it can be good for even grad school because they do have a good level of recognition. So even if you put in as an experience in your grad school, it can be good if you plan for it. So yeah, that's all, and thank you.